There is a saying, be kind to people because you never know when you will meet them when you are on your way down. The way you treat people when they leave the companies is just as important as the way you treat them when they join your company. If you are in management and if you are faced with having to lay off employees, here are 6 do's and don'ts to keep in mind. Number 1, do tell them in person, not via digital communications. Digital communications are vital in today's world, but when telling an employee he or she is being laid off, face-to-face communication is the way it should be done. Do not use text, emails, or social media or any other methods of communication to deliver this message. Imagine someone break up with you over text message. You will call him or her. An HR representative should be often included in this discussion as well, especially if you are unsure of how to handle such conversation. Also, find a private place to deliver the message in person. Number 2, own the narrative. Be clear, candid, and decisive about the details. Some employees may have seen the writing on the wall and know what this conversation will be about, while others may not have a clue. Within 30 seconds of starting the meeting, the employee should be told they are being let go. Although the experience is painful, it is best to get it over with quickly. Dragging the conversation out will only make it more painful for all those who are involved. However, don't try to rush the process and don't read off the script. Number 3, do recognize it will be painful. So show some kindness and empathy for the laid off employee. When the employees get laid off, they react in many different ways. They are human beings like you. Immediately after providing them with the news of the layoff, your job is to show empathy. Remember, it is not just the employee being affected by this layoff. Their families will also feel the ramification of this. And someday, it may be you in their position with the roles reversed. Treat them just as how you would like to be treated. Number 4, offer as much support as possible during the transition. Don't just tell the employee they are fired and show them the door. Make sure the employee understands all of the options available. If appropriate, agree to provide good references to solid employees who are let go. If you have a close relationship with the employee, offer to make some phone calls and outreach on their behalf, and remember to check in with them periodically. They have left the company, not your community of friends and neighbors. Number 5, do treat employees with respect. Complete the layoff process amicably. It is understood that for some security reasons, laid off people often need to exit the building immediately upon termination. However, you should look for a way to provide dignity to the departing employees. Try to find time to conduct the layoffs when fewer people will be around. If there is a need for employees to be escorted out, either you or someone from the HR should do that rather than a security personnel. If having the employee packed up their personal items proves to be too much for them, offer to ship the items to their home. Last, do embrace feedback. After news of layoffs, both leaving and retained employees are likely still emotionally processing the situation. It is important to allow them to share their experience, voice their concerns. Providing exit survey can help you learn what worked and how you could have actually handled similar challenging situations in the future. Once you have gathered all of your employees' input, proactively address areas of improvements with the feedback provided. By listening to your employees before they depart, you are sending a message to them that you are committed to listen and act on what they have to say. First, don't lay the blame on others for the decision. Many times you have had to choose which people in your division, department, or team had to be laid off. Other times, it is simply your job to be the delivery person for bad news and you're just relaying information from the top down. If you're just the delivery person, avoid phrases like, "My boss told me to," or "If it were my decision, I would keep you," but remember that you get to keep your job, so don't play the victim. Second, don't allow the layoff to sound as if it is up for discussion. The decision has been made to lay off this employee, and they need to begin the process of finding a new place to work. While you need to show kindness and compassion for the person being let go, you also must make it clear that the decision is final. Only after you have made that abundantly clear can you move forward with discussing issues such as severance, benefits, and so on. Also, if severance and health benefits are non-negotiable, make sure that it's crystal clear to the departing employee. Third, don't provide the employee with any promises that you cannot keep. It is normal that you would want to assist someone impacted by a layoff, but be careful not to lead them on. Do not offer them things like a fantastic reference if you don't feel comfortable with that. Avoid promising a job back at the company if situation improves, as you may not have the ability to follow through on that promise. You may not even be employed with the company if or when that time comes. Fourth, don't pressure the employee to sign anything they are not ready to sign. When you finish the conversation, you will likely present to the departing employee with a separation agreement, their written termination from the company. Although you might want the employee to sign it immediately to move the process along more quickly, make sure you communicate that the employee has the right to discuss this agreement with their family or lawyers. Give them a reasonable time frame to look over the agreement and talk it over with relevant parties before requesting the forms back. Fifth, don't lay off employees the week before a holiday break if avoidable. Some companies may want to start the new year fresh and make staff reductions right before the year-end holiday season. This may seem logical, but when viewed from the eyes of the laid-off employee, the public in general, or even the employees not laid off, this is seen as cruel and harsh. Remember that ending the relationship on good terms is in both your personal and the company best interest. It is a two-way street and it will maintain a positive image in the community as well as within the office. It is good to remember that a thank you and a firm handshake go a long way as the departing employee walks out the door one last time. Last but not least, don't neglect your remaining employees. After going through the layoffs, your remaining employees may feel disheartened and unmotivated. Checking in with the remaining employees will help you understand the impact on their experience and engagement. Once you have gathered enough feedback and insights from everyone impacted by the layoffs, it is time to act upon it. Not only will you gradually improve your employee experience with your insights, but you can also rebuild trust and offer support to help your team as they grieve the loss of their colleagues. You can also take other steps to help your remaining employees adapt to the new normal after the layoffs, such as increasing recognition, increasing opportunities for ownership. Following these 6 do's and don'ts won't eliminate the pain and distress of the layoff process. However, they will allow you, the company, and the departing employee to move on with no or at least less hard feelings. Remember that communication with employees is the most impactful way to show them that they are appreciated. This will help your company perform better so that you can avoid future layoffs and build a strong culture of retention. Layoffs take an emotional toll both on employees impacted and you as a leader. You may no longer have a business relationship with the employees being laid off, but remember, the world is a very small place.